Hey guys, so I wanted to make a quick video update because I had my doctor appointment today, and now I'm going to be starting to go every week. So my next appointment is March 22nd. So yeah, I guess I will just update you on what's been happening for the last, I guess, week and a half. Um, I just have to get more comfy. Okay. Okay, so I'm not I can't talk. I'm so tired. I'm not exactly sure on exact dates, but on Sunday Sunday March 6th, so about a week ago, um I went into labor and delivery probably around like 11 o'clock at night. I had been having cramping on and off for the last 5 days or so. It would last throughout the night, and then in the morning when I would wake up, just in the morning, and then it would go away. But I never would have it throughout the day. But I just wanted to check because I didn't know what was going on, and it's my first baby, so I'm just kind of paranoid about everything. So I went in. They had me do a non-stress test, and she was sleeping, so I had to drink some juice to wake her up a bit, and then she was moving around. Um, but I was having Braxton Hicks contractions actually fairly regularly, but I didn't feel them. And they said that everything was great. They checked my cervix. They said it was not dilated or effaced at all. I did a urine test, and that was fine. They took a swab, and that was fine, just to check if I had any kind of infection. And nothing. So they sent me home. Then when was that? On the 11th, I think, maybe 11th or 12th. No, I think it was the 11th at about 1 o'clock in the morning. I went to the bathroom, and when I wiped, I saw tiny, tiny little bit of blood, bright red, so it scared the shit out of me. Um, so I wasn't sure. I mean, I know that if you have placenta previa or placental abruption, that's going to result in a lot of bleeding. So I wasn't worried about that, but still, bleeding is not something you want to see during pregnancy unless you're losing your mucus plug or something, or you have your bloody show. Um, so I was kind of worried, but um, I just decided to go back to bed. I was on the computer, couldn't fall asleep. I was really awake, obviously, after that. And then about an hour later, I went back to the bathroom to go again. And when I wiped, I saw blood again, but it was pinkish and not very much again. It was like such a little amount. So because it had gotten pink and it wasn't very much, and it was only like the 2 times, I decided I would call my doctor the next or in the morning, because I didn't want to, I've been to labor and delivery a couple times, and I didn't want to go in there if it was nothing. So because I wasn't having any cramping and because it wasn't very much and it only happened twice, I just decided to get some sleep and I would deal with it in the morning. So the entire next day I didn't have any spotting, but I did call my doctor, and she said that if the cramping got worse or the spotting came back, to go into labor and delivery, but nothing happened. I continued to have more spotting and more spotting, and then the next day I thought I lost what was my mucus plug. It looks kind of, it was like that big. It kind of looked what I assume what it would look like. Like, I don't know, it's hard to describe, but it was brown, so obviously old blood, but I don't know if that was my mucus plug. I don't know what that was, but that was on the 12th, and since the 11th, since I had noticed the spotting, I had been noticing pressure on my cervix, especially when I was walking for a long period of time, especially if I had been sitting up and then I went to lay down in bed on my left side, because that's usually what I do. For a couple minutes, every time I do that, the most intense pressure on my cervix, and it just feels like her head's just squished right against it. So I've been having cervix pressure, and my cramping had gotten more intense. Not so much with the on the pain level, because it was never really painful. It was only like a 2 out of 10. But with the frequency, because before it was only throughout the night and then in the morning, and then around the time I started spotting that one night, then it was happening like all day, on and off, pretty much all day for the last few days. And at times it is a little bit intense. I mean, I have a pretty high pain tolerance, but I don't know. I'd rate it about a 3 or 4 maybe out of 10. It's not really anything bad. So I kind of thought that something was happening because of the cramping and the pressure on my tailbone. What else? I had some stuff written down here. Definitely more trips to the bathroom. I know that she's just putting way more pressure on my bladder now. And then, right, on March 13th, so yesterday in the morning, I was just sitting there, and I had this was painful. This wasn't like a cramp. This was really intense pain in my lower left uterus area that radiated into my hip bone and into the top part of my thigh. And I remember reading that could be a sign of labor, early labor, is pain radiating into your thighs or whatever. It lasted for about a couple minutes. It was really, really intense, and then that was it. That was the only time I felt that. So I thought that was kind of weird. She could have just been putting pressure on a nerve or something, or maybe it was just her getting more nestled into my cervix. Who knows? But anyways, okay, so that is what has been happening. For a long time, I've been saying that I felt like I was going to have her early, and by early, I'm talking a couple weeks early. And some people have called me crazy because this is my first baby, and first babies tend to be late. Not always, but it seems like first babies usually tend to be late. And I was thinking, she's going to come early. I don't even know if she'll make it till April, so I don't know. But now it's looking like that might actually happen, maybe. At my doctor's appointment, she did the Group B strep swab. She said a lot of women have it, and it's not harmful to the woman, but it can be harmful, or it is harmful to the baby. So if you end up having that, they give you antibiotics during labor. So I had that swab done. So I'll find out at my next appointment, I'm assuming, if I do have it. She checked my cervix, and she said I was 2 centimeters dilated, and she said she could stick her finger up in my cervix and could touch the baby's head, but didn't want to, because she didn't want to start labor or something. That's what she said. So I don't know if I'm a face at all, but she said I'm 2 centimeters dilated. She said she was very surprised, considering I've never had children before, because I know that it can progress a lot faster if you have had children. But considering I'm 35 weeks and I'm 2 centimeters dilated, and I know that women can be dilated for weeks and weeks leading up to labor, but because just a few days ago I was completely closed and I'm 2 centimeters dilated now, she said that I was progressing pretty quickly. The baby's heartbeat was 135, and my blood pressure was 100 over 80, I think. I gained 3 pounds. So this appointment, I had gained 3 pounds in 2 weeks. My last appointment, I had gained 2 pounds. And the appointment before that, I had gained 1.5 pounds. So far, I'm 35 weeks and 2 days. And I've gained 21 pounds. So that's a pretty good amount. I've gained most of it since 25 weeks, because I had lost weight in the beginning and then didn't really start gaining weight until about 25 weeks. So I'm happy with that, and I'm just really glad that I haven't gained a crazy amount of weight. 21 pounds is pretty good. And if I do make it to 41 or 40 weeks, I might gain, end up gaining around 25 pounds by the end of it. Who knows? But anyways, and then she said, what else did she say? She said she could feel the baby's feet. They're up. Well, I'll show you. They're up here in my ribs. And I can't really tell what feet feel like, but she obviously knows. She expects me to have her in the next 2 weeks. And I think she was saying that just because I had dilated to 2 centimeters in a couple days. And because of the constant cramping and the pressure and losing my mucus plug, that's what she thinks. So I'm really, really, really excited. She was saying to go to labor and delivery when I start having contractions 5 minutes apart, which I knew. My sister had already told me that. And she said, what else did she say? Yeah, so I'm going to see her every week now, assuming that I don't have her before next week. And it would be really funny if she tried to come in the next week because my birthday is actually on Friday. I'm turning 22. So yeah, I just wanted to update you guys because I'm really, really excited. And I mean, who knows? The doctor thinks that she'll come in the next 2 weeks, and I feel like she'll come in the next couple weeks before April. But she could be, playing tricks on us, and I could go, 10 days overdue. Who knows? I hope not, but we'll see. I'm so excited, and I'm actually, oh my gosh, my hair is crazy. I actually just got hypnobabies, and I'm looking into hypnobirthing, and I feel like I have no time because I don't know when she's coming, but I'm gonna attempt hypnobirthing, and I want to try pain-free or medication-free labor as long as I can possibly stand it. I'm not a huge fan of pain medication, so and just having an epidural, you can't feel your legs, and you have to have people help you with your legs, and sometimes you have to have a catheter in because you can't walk to go to the bathroom, and I've heard that the recovery time's a lot longer, and there's a bunch of other stuff. But if I can, I should say I know I can, but if I can, I'm going to attempt hypnobirthing. I'm going to look more into it. And let me know if any of you guys have done hypnobirthing. I'm a huge fan of meditation, and it just seems very natural because I've been meditating for about a year and been listening to some of the tracks, and it's pretty amazing what your brain can do because all the pain that you're perceiving is completely in your brain. Because you can touch your hand and you'll say, "Oh, my hand feels it," but really it's the signal's being sent to your brain. It's your brain perceiving that touch and pain and whatever. So I also heard that endorphins are actually 200 times stronger than, what was it? I can't remember, oxytocin or something like that. But anyways, I'm going to try and do it naturally, and we'll see what happens. But I'm so excited, and I'm just going to show you guys my belly. I'm just going to have this as my 35-week update. So I'll just show you my belly, because who knows, I might not make it to 36 weeks, so I just wanted to do this one now. So I'll show you my stomach, and then I'll keep you guys updated on what's happening. So I think I'll okay. I'm at 14 minutes. Okay. So this is my belly. Actually, I'm not going to bother measuring. But this is my belly. I don't really have a whole lot of room to move around here, but that's it. Yeah. So maybe I will see you guys next week, maybe not. But anyways, I'll keep you guys updated. See ya.